Greetings, everybody. Kevin O'Malley, your Wilsonville Chamber of Commerce CEO. It's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. Weeks are running. The days are running in, but it is noon. So if it's noon and it's Wilsonville, it must be live at noon. Wilsonville, brought to you by your Wilsonville Chamber of Commerce. And today I'm very pleased to welcome one of our great members, Stephen Quick from SQ Services. Say hi, Stephen.
Hello there. Hello.
So, a little bit of business. If you have questions, please type them into the comment section, and we will try to get to them during our short little 5-minute interview here. If not, Stephen or myself will get back to you later. So, SQ Merchant Services. We've heard of Merchant Services, but tell us what SQ Merchant Services is all about.
Well, SQ Merchant Services, I help you accept credit card and ATM as form of payment. More specifically, maybe curbside payments, e-commerce, and pay at the table, curbside, invoicing, any way you want to accept credit cards, I can do.
Awesome. So COVID-19 is here. It's impacting a lot of businesses. So curious, Stephen, how is it impacting either SQ Merchants Services plus your customers, please?
Well, how it's affecting, I deal with a lot of people's financial information. So, I've had close to 30 businesses want to change the way they're doing things, suspend, close, whatever. But, with the advent that everything's going to be better at the end, and, they'll turn themselves back on, hopefully.
Cool.
But, yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. When you think about COVID-19, a lot of our businesses are trying to look forward, and once social distancing is stopped, what's going to happen relative to them being able to, still do business? And I would imagine that there's some conversation about folks, again, still needing to maybe do curbside pickup and keep social distancing. How do you see that maybe changing a business that right now may only be accepting credit card in their business location and they don't have an e-commerce website? What's kind of in the middle there?
Okay, so fair question. So let's say that you're a coffee shop and you're walking in, you don't have a drive-through.
Okay.
Most likely you have Wi-Fi, right? So we can actually give a Wi-Fi based unit. They can run the transaction, you can call it in, and then you can really take that terminal out to them, and then they can run the transaction right there.
Very cool. So that as more and more businesses look for options to make it easy for their customer to interact and make payment, I would imagine then that the merchant services, particularly SQ, you're gonna adapt as you can to fill that need. Is that fair statement?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Got to.
When you think about fraud, fraud's always been a part of credit cards, but are there any news type things about people's concerns about more fraud as a result of COVID-19 or as we come out of it, or is it still pretty much same old business? Be careful.
No, actually, the more that you go online, the more that you need to kind of CYA.
Okay.
If your category decides that needs the address, the zip code, the CVV in the back, make sure you do it, because that's your way of protecting yourself and your company.
Okay, good advice. So the business owner needs to belt and suspenders and make sure they're doing everything to show that they tried to reduce any fraud. It'll happen still, but at least then you're protected. Is that
yeah, talk to your merchant service provider and they'll tell you. And if not, call me. I'll be happy to help.
Okay. We as a chamber have lots of banks that offer merchant services, of course. You as one of our members who can also offer merchant services. Just in the last seconds here, what's the difference between a dedicated company like SQ Merchant Services as compared to the business going to their own bank, for example?
Well, I mean, banks are, I'm not going to downplay any banks, but
sure.
When you work with someone like me, like I got off of a call here just about an hour ago, and he's like, the reason I work with you is that every time that I need something, I can call you and you answer, or
okay.
you get right back to me. There's a level of customer service that you may or may not get from your bank. You may have a great bank relationship and it might work out well, but merchant services is typically a third party relationship,
Okay.
and it's typically an 800 number.
And so you're the advocate, might be that service level why you guys were recipients of the Better Business Bureau Torch Award. So congratulations on that. As a final contact, so if somebody wants to get a hold, has a question, you'll answer questions, obviously. What's the best way to reach you? Website, email, phone, what?
Smoke signal. No,
okay.
Phone number is best. If you want to email me, that's just fine as well. Website, it has a contact page.
Super, super. Well, we thank you for coming online today, Stephen. Thanks for being a longtime chamber member. We appreciate that.
Yep.
And you're out there helping businesses into the new COVID-19 world today and the future. And tomorrow, live at noon, we have another surprise guest. Please join us.
Woo.
Thanks again for coming. Take care, Stephen.
Thank
Stay
you,
safe. Take care.
All right. Have a good day.
And